He's purple. In the top right, representing Echo Esports, this is Azure.
Look at that little, look at that decal. Who is that?
Cute K-pop girl.
I'm not super
I don't know
up
who that
to date
is.
or at all with K-pop idols, so one of them.
Wow. What a player.
I mean, I am a bit, but I have no idea who that is.
Well, you know how it is, guys. The more Korean things that you incorporate into your life, the better you are at StarCraft. It's a fact.
Pretty much. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
So
I mean, that is how I started
from Azure? Yes. And KingkOng. Is this going to be a 3-hatch before pull?
Could be.
We'll see.
KingkOng, okay, maybe not. He'll play like the two extremes. He'll be really cheesy one game and then super greedy the next game, and then he'll play like in between. So goodness knows what KingkOng's going to do in any given game. He's really hard to predict.
That's a great point.
So I think,
yeah.
yeah.
KingkOng's one of those players where it's just such a nightmare to prepare for him because, as you say, Zeph, hit the nail on the head. He will 12 pull you one game and then go 3-hatch before pull the other game. And it's just incredibly difficult to have a build that's going to deal with all the possibilities that KingkOng's going to throw your way. So it's really interesting to see Echo Azure here just playing really standard, getting his second gas up, going to be going for a factory and not taking any unnecessary risks in the early game.
The other thing I want to bring up about KingkOng is that he is so good at either of those styles. Like you said, he can throw out either style. He can really pull a fast one on you, and he's insanely good at either style. He doesn't really have a weakness.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest strengths of KingkOng is that he's happy to play just reactively to his opponent. Like, he doesn't necessarily need to prepare for everyone that he plays against. He can just go with the flow and he'll wreck you regardless.
Just plays it like ladder.
Yeah, pretty much.
And really, that's the best way to play tournaments sometimes. Just, you know, be safe, play the way you're going to play, don't let your feels get into it. You know, some people get a little bit wiggly and jiggly when it's a tournament, especially if they're on stage. But as we know, KingkOng's won his fair share on stage as well, especially in Australia.
Yeah. What is it, like 3-time ACL champion?
Yeah, 3-time ACL champion, overall champion of ACL 2 years in a row, I think.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bloody bad.
Yeah. Coming in here, stealing all our money.
Eating all our Hungry Jacks.
It's so funny. For those of you guys that don't know KingkOng, he's actually a chef. That is his profession. But like every time, you know how like esports is just junk food anytime you're actually at an event. And he's
Yes.
always eating like these massive burgers. I'm like, oh my god. I bet he could cook something like 60,000 times better, but he sure does love his Hungry Jacks.
Absolutely. You see Azure going for a pretty standard here, but KingkOng going for a pretty quick lair on 2 base.
My god.
Ooh.
That's so sick. Like, even just 2 Zerglings taking out a Reaper and he doesn't lose a single Zergling. That might not look too impressive to you guys, but those were some pretty sick moves by KingkOng.
They're about to get roasted there.
Ouch. Bye-bye.
Rip.
Rip.
So, I mean, what we have to bring out, like I was saying he was standard, but KingkOng is obviously, we know he's going for Nidus play on 2 base here, and that's so sick, but Azure's trying to change things up as well. He's going for a quick fusion core for that Liberator range upgrade, but
It's
will
the
that
money
even come into
build.
play? Yeah, it's the money build.
It's not gonna work.
No.
Just to be brutally honest, like, it's nice that he actually gets a shot with the mine on the Overlord, but KingkOng will be able to keep this Overlord alive and use it for that Nidus Worm pretty soon. And Azure's going to be able to clean up one of the Overlords at the same time, but it is going to be turned into an Overseer, so he's actually not even going to be able to kill that. And then back at home, he doesn't even have a tank. All he has to do with a Nidus Worm is Marines and Hellions, and remember, the Liberator can't actually shoot the worm itself.
And there it goes. First
GG
Nidus is
worm.
going down. He has seen it. But bear in mind, there's also the Overseer heading into the natural right now, so he can throw down another one. Roach is being pumped out immediately to go into there.
And the mine getting burned on the Overlord also really is going to make this tough for Azure, as tough as it already is with the
Liberator!
Oh,
the Queen's gonna right click on it. He needs
my
one more
God.
Queen. That was so clutch.
Well, at least he can kill the Nidus Worm from here on out. There's still a few units in his base, and actually Azure's not looking too bad at the moment.
That's actually the Liberator surviving and still having 6 Marines on the field. KingkOng's going to get cleaned up here. We'll see how much how many SCVs he loses here. And keep in mind, KingkOng did this only on 2 base, and he's just getting his 3rd hatchery up now, so he really needs to make this Nidus play work.
Yeah, and the problem for KingkOng is he's not going to have anything that can deal with the ranged Liberators. Azure is making a Banshee just to try and be uber safe and be able to actually kill these Nidus Worms. But KingkOng will be able to do a little bit more damage, kill some SCVs here and there.
Oh, I think he might do a lot more damage actually. 20 lings just popped out, so he'll be able to use those as well.
Shot.
Friendly fire from the Widow Mine. Oh my god, no way.
Oh, dude.
That's going to get him one more worker kills.
Especially with the lings. Yeah.
And the Liberator actually can't burn down that Nidus. That is a structure.
Yeah, well, he's going to be a little bit more annoying with the 3 lings that he has left, but this is pretty much over at this point, and you can see him going back to droning behind this, grabbing an extra couple of gas and some spores to deal with the Liberators that are going to head across the map now.
Yeah, everything clean up here?
Yeah. KingkOng only has a couple of queens. He's got 3 queens. He doesn't even have a spore at his 3rd, which is a bit of a problem.
he's got a full range upgraded Liberator coming in towards his 3rd, so that's going to really be tough for KingkOng. And yeah, I mean, how many queens did he lose in that first Nidus? Like 6?
Yeah, something crazy like that.
6.
I mean, if you look at resources lost right now, Azure taking a decisive lead, and I think it's misplaced. No, it does hit it, but it's at 1 HP.
Oh my god, no way.
Great,
oh well, this is gonna be feeling pretty good for Azure. He's like, yes, juicy drones.
On siege, please.
Well,
oh well, Liberator, goodbye.
Rip.
You guys both said rip at once. You cuties.
Yeah.
Great minds think alike.
That's right.
There is another Liberator behind the main lurking around there, I think. But the Spy is about to finish as well, so we'll be finally able to get something out in the sky. But yeah, where's his economy at? 53 drones to 55 SCVs, so he's starting to get up there. He's not looking too bad.
I think the main issue is the army supply difference here. 35 to the 19 of KingkOng, and it's also getting upgrades as well. +1 attack on the way, halfway through stem, and +1 armor even further along. So, and KingkOng's just getting his Evo chambers now, so going to be a huge upgrade advantage for Azure as the game goes on.
Really can't be understated, and this is really nice as well. Azure just patrolling that Banshee in the front, so KingkOng can't get creep spread, he can't get map control. KingkOng's trying to get that up any way he possibly can, and the mutas are now out, so that Banshee will be deflected. It's gonna kill. It's gonna kill that creep chamber. That's really nice.
There's nothing going right for KingkOng in this game so far. He's getting 1/1 upgrades, so he's gonna switch into Roach Ravager by the looks of things.
That's going to be tricky to deal with too, because KingkOng is quite good with it. All Zergs kind of are at the moment, but yeah, hopefully Azure can keep his lead there. Whoa, man, those mutas need to be a little bit careful. Let's see if he can actually pick off much with these mutas, though. It's only 5, but yeah, Azure looks pretty well defended.
Yeah, he's played knifey spoony before by the looks of things. This muted flock is largely deflected for the most part. They are getting some SCV kills in this gas here, but that's not critical damage at all. And these 5 mutas are, you know, they're not an incredible investment, but they're pretty huge. Just 500. So it would be nice if they got more than 2 SCV kills just there for KingkOng.
And behind this, KingkOng going into the 1/1 with missile attacks upgrades, and going to be going Roach Ravager, it looks like, adding on the Infestation Pit as well. So he could add on Infestors, or he might just use this for a hive and go into Ultras as well.
Quite right. Infestors obviously going to be good at locking down for Corrosive Vials, but Ultras are definitely the flavor of the day. They won't be as upgraded as if they were going for Lingbane Muta. So at least Azure will have that going for them, but they are still a bloody good unit.
Oh, here comes a big push from Azure. A couple of preemptive Corrosive Vials. Nice dodge there from Azure.
6 would actually.
This is still a little bit scary for him to engage here. The Corrosive Vials make it so difficult for the Marines to actually get up the ramp, despite the siege tank fire supporting him there. Can he actually get anything done here?
The problem becomes he doesn't have combat shields, so the Ravagers and Roaches will actually kill those Marines in generally like 2 or 3 hits. So they're going to take very little damage if they die. Really nice Corrosive Vials there as well, cleaning up the tanks.
Yeah, he is cleaning it up, and Azure has upgraded Marines on the ground, but there is just too much Zerg here. He's going to clean them up and force them to lift up and leave. And it is actually going to be infestors. Pathogen glands halfway done, and just about now he can start to pump out those infestors, and they will spawn with that upgrade. So, wow, 36 lings being made by KingkOng. He's using all his lava. Forget the infestors.
Yeah, the army supply even right up. In fact, KingkOng overtaking Azure there. I guess the one positive for Azure is that KingkOng still has -2 creeps spread out on the map.
Wow,
So,
that's a good point.
yeah.
That was pretty nice. Actually trying to get a little bit further ahead, so what he does is he poops creep with an overlord and then puts down the creep tumor underneath that. That's a really nice trick that you can do. And especially with how fast creep spreads in Legacy of the Void, it's so much faster than in Heart of the Swarm.
2-2 just about done for Azure. He still has that upgrade advantage. Bile's going down, hitting someone to buy at the bottom there. And he just still seems like KingkOng's army is a little bit too strong. That said, though, there is a reinforcement with a tank included at the back, and tanks are pretty good here.
Oh, that's a lot of DPS from those Marines. He's actually going to be able to clean up all of the Ravages by the looks of it, all bar one maybe.
The other ones as well.
Oh dear, that's not so good. Oh, well, he has a pretty big supply cap, but he's pushing all the way in, clearing up the creep yet again. It looks like he will get cleaned up here for the moment, but there's a ton of reinforcements coming.
Yep, there goes that last fungal, and that's going to be it. The Corrosive Biles will need to, it doesn't kill enough. And Azure is reinforcing a little bit here with some of the heavy hitters at the back. And KingkOng's got an extra base up here at the top that Azure's not super aware of, but it is not saturated.
Azure needs to be really careful because he's overstimming his army and then they're actually dying really quickly to the Lings and the Ravages, so he just needs to take a breath. He's ahead in the upgrades.
Yeah, don't get a boner.
Exactly, don't get a boner, just settle down a little bit, take a breath, and reset. And then go for a bigger push when you hit 3-3 or something like that.
That's right, yeah, he's ahead and he wants to get further ahead.
Yeah, man, he doesn't look too keen to let up the pressure just yet. You know, he smells blood in the water. He's getting that sort of almost parade push-esque stream of units across the map. I still don't think he knows about that fourth base of KingkOng, or he might try to go for it. But KingkOng's actually bringing the fight to him. He doesn't want him getting right in his face anymore. Does he have enough to clean this up though?
That fungal hurts so like half of his bio there, so he needs to take it easy. Yeah, picking up the tanks, and he's still being so aggressive here, and we're seeing the supply starting to even out, and KingkOng getting a bit of a bank as well.
Yeah, 7 medevacs with this push as well. Definitely going to help keep this army alive. He's going to go for a couple of queens here. Good fungal again on the front lines. This is really what's keeping KingkOng able to push Azure back.
Yeah, the fungals have been quite nice. He's lost an infestor though.
He keeps losing his infestors, but the combination of the fungals and the corrosive biles really just allow him to shred through the bio forces time and time again. He needs to be pretty careful to keep these medivacs alive. He doesn't want to be losing them to corrosive biles. As soon as he resets the medivac count, I think KingkOng will actually take a slight advantage in this game.
Well, the medivacs are all but out of energy at this point, so there's only so many stims left in this attacking force.
It's very true.
16 Roach is about to pop as well, so if we can regroup a little bit, that should be enough to wipe this force out. It's just a bit tricky because they're coming from, what, 4 different hatcheries, and 2 of those are on the front lines. But it looks like he may finally be able to push him back here and get him out of his way a little. Or did I speak too soon? I don't know. Azure's kind of not letting up here at all.
I think he does have to leave now. There's quite a bit, and KingkOng's made so many drones. He's very, very oversaturated in his third that he can drone up that fourth immediately once he gets a bit of breathing room.
Yeah, Azure just went so balls to the walls for so long. He's now putting on a 5th base. He's basically completely mined out of his main. He's only got 1 gas left up there, and his natural is almost mined out as well. So what we might even see him doing is floating out the main, trying to go for this gold up the north, which is a pretty common response once you mine out, and also taking this 5th on the right-hand side.
That's right. Now with that 4th hatchery saturated, KingkOng's gonna be feeling a little bit better here. He can bank up a little bit of lava and start to get those scary infestors out, and he is indeed. And he's starting to get melee upgrades as well, so definitely going to be Ultra's the plan for him once he can afford it. Will he survive that long though? 3-3 about to finish for Azure.
Yeah, this is a great timing for Azure. He's looking very far up in supply as well. A bigling run by into the 3rd at the same time. KingkOng wants to distract him a little bit, but this is a lot of stuff coming at him and he doesn't really have a lot of army.
A whiff fungal, but that one looked pretty good. The corrosive biles hitting a lot, and they're very, very low, but they are right in KingkOng's face. He's going to probably get a hatchery here if he targets it, but he's prioritizing just winning engagements against the Zerg units. And he is
Wow,
up quite a bit of supply now, and KingkOng forced to tap out. Azure taking game 1 against KingkOng, who has been incredible this entire tournament.